what we're going to go through in this training is how to survive the festive season so you can eat, drink and be merry without destroying yourself and feeling like you've put on half a stone. Because let's be fair, Christmas comes around, we all get into that jovial festive spirit regardless of what the situation is like, and we have moments where we're going to overeat, we're going to drink to excess, we're going to go out to parties, what have you, and we get nervous about it. We don't want to put tons of weight on, and we sometimes can resign ourselves to the fact that we're going to drink too much, we're going to have a little bit too much chocolate, we're going to overindulge in the cakes and the sweets just because it's Christmas. And what happens then is, the post-Christmas blues kick in. We step on the scales and you found that you've put on half a stone to a stone, and you need that January kick just to get back to where you were before, let alone get into a new you and the best shape ever. Well, the question is, what do we do about this? So I've put together this Christmas training on my survival tips on how you can survive the festive season. And the first one is that mindset matters. And how you approach this thing really does dictate your success. And it's not about being positive. It's not about having a woo-woo attitude. It's about being realistic. Yes, you may drink. Yes, you may decide that you're going to eat to excess. That's fine. But it's just being realistic about what's going on. And the first thing you need to do, first and foremost, is manage your expectations. Some of that we'll delve into deeper in this presentation. But, first and foremost, what are you hoping to achieve? If you just want to get through the Christmas season without putting any weight on, then that's great. If you know you've got 3 or 4 social occasions that you're going to go out to and you will be drinking at all of them, then that's fine. Just manage your own expectations based upon your behavior and what you've got coming up, okay? And it all starts with what I call my A to E formula. You've got to have the right attitude. So you've got to have a can-do attitude where you're going to go in and go, well, do you know what? Actually, I can survive this. I can win. If you go in going, oh, what's the point? Then it's not going to work. And that kind of ties in with the next one, the belief as well. You've got to have the belief that you can succeed. Yeah, if you go in going, oh, what's the point even trying? I might as well just eat loads of shit, drink loads of stuff, and just try and sort it out again in the new year. Is not going to work. That's just a recipe for disaster. And then you've got to have the clarity of what you're going to do, and that comes in with planning, and we'll go on to that in a second. And then it comes down to having the diligence to execute that plan, and then the effort that's required to make it all work. First and foremost, when it comes to mindset, is you've got to tell yourself, and this is what I impress upon people, is Christmas is only a few days. It's not a few weeks. If you go in with the attitude that, oh, Christmas is a few weeks long and I'm going to eat, drink and be merry over the span of a few weeks, and I'm going to do it pretty much every day and relax and put my feet up, then that's fine. But you're not going to get results, and you probably are going to put on half a stone to a stone. That's perfectly okay. If that's the way you want to approach it, fine, that's your mindset. But if you do want to keep the weight off, then you need to change the way of thinking. And you could tell yourself, I'll eat well on Christmas Day, I'll probably eat well on Boxing Day, I'll have some beers. But on the 27th of December, it's just another day. And I'm just going to work through that week until New Year's Eve. And that's the kind of mindset you want to be having if you're going to succeed. Point number 2 then is have what I call pliable planning. Yeah, if you plan on having a good Christmas, then you've got to have a plan. But a plan doesn't need to be a rigid structure that you're tied to, chained to, and resent. That's not the idea of a plan. A plan is a flexible handrail. Yeah, a plan stops you from getting bored. A plan stops you from aimlessly wandering around lost, not knowing what to do, and then just making stuff up on the fly. Because what that entails is ringing mates. Do you want to go out for a pint? Do you want to go out for a bite to eat, which is unscheduled, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're on a bender, you spent 6 or 7 hours in the pub, and you you're just spiraling down. And then you think, what's the point? I might as well start again in the new year. So have some form of plan. Now, in your plan, it could say, right, when are you going to drink? Are you going to drink on Christmas Day? Are you going to drink on Boxing Day? How many are you going to drink? Yeah, have you got social occasions in your diary that you've got scheduled in that you're not going to miss, that you are actually looking forward to? When are you going to exercise? Are you going to exercise every day? Are you going to exercise every other day? What does that exercise look like? During this period of stand down for a few people, if that applies to you, what rituals are you going to continue with? Are you going to journal? Are you going to do your morning mobility? Are you going to do your exercise routines? Are you going to adopt, like some habits with guys is 2 to 3 litres of water every day? Are you going to stick to those rituals? And if you're going to stick to those rituals, then what standards are you going to hold yourself to? For example, 10,000 steps a day may not be the thing you want to achieve. You might lower it to 5,000. Yeah, each time you've got to look at your standards of what you want to achieve, and you might find that you need to lower them just to be able to maintain the habit, because it's better to maintain the habit with lower standards than it is to not do the habit at all. Right, the next one then is your everyday environment. Now, it is so true that your environment will dictate your behaviour, and your behaviours therefore dictate your performance. Now, what we want to be able to do is eliminate the need for willpower. If you're relying on willpower late in the day, when you're tired, and then you're just asking for trouble. And if there's things like, if there's tubs of chocolate that are just lying around that you can see, you will eat them. If there's beer in the fridge that you're opening and you're seeing all the time, or there's wine on the side or whatever, it will get drank. If it's there, it will be consumed. And you'll tell yourself it's okay, it's only Christmas. You'll give yourself an excuse, you'll give yourself an out. So set up your environment to support you. Put beer in the garage, make it more difficult to get to. Place chocolate outside, put it in a cupboard that you're not entitled to. If you have a kid's cupboard, put it in there. Tell yourself with the mindset that the chocolate you're taking is your children's chocolate and you're stealing. Whatever it takes to get you in the right mindset. Put the trainers next to the door. Set a reminder on your phone that you need to go out and do some exercise. Put fruit on the side. Even just the fact of you seeing the fruit will remind yourself that you're on a health kick, or you're eating healthily. Have a glass next to the sink, or have a glass next to the kettle, so when you make yourself a brew, then you pour yourself a glass of water. And then make agreements with your partner. These are just some examples. Make an agreement with your partner that you're only going to drink every other day, or you're only going to drink 2 drinks a night, or whatever it is. Making that bond and pact and agreement with your partner goes a long way. And then the last one is have rules to live by. Having a set of governed rules for you to follow will help you out massively. This, combined with a plan, can really, really help guide you to a fun, festive Christmas, which is not fueled by guilt, doubt, shame, and other such negative emotions. Now, your rules make it easy to determine your success. Did you follow them? How do you know that you've done them? Are you tracking the fact that you're following your rules? And are you being honest? Now, such example rules could be, you plan tomorrow today. So one of my rules is at the end of every day, I plan the next day. It provides me with a sense of purpose and a reason to get out of bed. Do your daily habits. Make them non-negotiable. When will they get done? And then at the end of the day, did you do them? How many times will you exercise and for how long? I exercise on Christmas Day. I'll come on to an example in a minute. I train for 60 to 90 minutes on Christmas morning. Get up nice and early and get it done. Now, if you've got kids and the kids are getting up to open the presents, you might not be able to do that early on Christmas morning. But your exercise, there might be a family walk before you eat or after you eat. Yeah. When are you socialising over the Christmas period? Are you going to drink? You can socialise, but you might drive. Nobody's going to give you any peer pressure if you're driving, or people shouldn't give you peer pressure if you're driving to have a drink. They might take the mick out of you for driving, but they shouldn't give you any peer pressure to drink whilst you're driving. If they do, then you might want to get new friends. Now, how much junk food will you be eating? When's it going to happen? These are all rules that you can set yourself. How many meals and snacks are you going to have per day? Well, one of the guys that I'm working with is just going to eat one meal a day, which will allow him a bit of room in his calories to have a few snacks throughout the day. Now, we'll see whether that's a good idea or not, but that's the strategy he's come up with, and that's the system that he's developed in order to get the results that he wants. And then lastly, don't quit. Yeah, set yourself the rule, don't quit today. Remember, you only lose if you give up. Now, I mentioned a Christmas Day plan, and this is my plan. I train in the morning. Even if it's just a walk, I go out and exercise. It makes me feel good about the day. It makes me feel better about eating. Now, I don't normally say burn off your calories with exercise, but on a day like this, then why not? After all, it is Christmas. I'm not going to eat until the Christmas meal. I normally eat about 1 p.m, 2 p.m. So I won't eat until then. And if you do need to eat, then have something light, such as fruit, eggs, spinach, so on and so forth. Something just to tide you over. I'm going to make sure that 50% of the plate on the Christmas meal is vegetables. There'll also be a second helping, so there'll be a second plate. Just making sure that all the stuff that's high in calories generally stays off, with a little bit of stuffing, a few treats, a few nice to haves, because it is Christmas. And that's the mindset of everyone, even including myself. You just got to accept that. There will be a lavish helping of dessert as well. Not decided what dessert it's going to be yet, and there'll probably be seconds. But there will be a walk after the meal. So not only will there be exercise in the morning, there's going to be a walk after the meal as well. So yes, I'm getting my mindset around the things that I'm going to do, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it, as in the eating side. But I've also decided there's going to be several activities during the day which are going to keep me active. And then I'm going to wake up the next day, and the next day is just another day. And that's the kind of mindset you've got to have if you want to succeed. And we have a commitment code. And the first one is you've got to win the day. So whatever you plan for that day is win that day. And then execute it, because execution is everything. If you fail, that's fine. Just focus on what it is that failed, why it failed, and what you can do to improve going forward. And then if you're going to quit, don't quit. But if you're going to quit, quit tomorrow. Because remember, tomorrow never comes. And the basic rules are you got to show up, you got to do the work, follow the process and trust in it, and then give a shit about your own results. It's as simple as that. If you don't give a shit about them, nobody else will. And you also have those rules to live by, then you will be in a good place, and you will probably drop weight, if not just maintain, which is a success in itself for most people over Christmas. And you'll get into great shape, which will give you a great springboard to catapult yourself into 2022 and push forward to having your best year yet, getting great shape, possibly even the best shape of your life. Now, if you like what you see and you want more, then visit our Facebook page, Become Empowered. Just go into Facebook, type Become Empowered. If you're already there, great stuff. Yeah, get involved. Check out the guides section. And if you've not already done so, book in a strategy call and type in the link below. And you can book in a strategy call where we offer a free 15-minute consultation where we can help point you in the right direction. Look forward to speaking to you soon. And if you've got any questions, then hit us up on Facebook or via other social media channels, okay? Or leave a comment below. That would be great. Cheers now. Speak soon. Bye-bye.